The question here says, solve for x and y if 3 plus 4i is equal to x plus iy times 1 plus I. We have 3 plus 4i equal to x plus iy multiply 1 plus I. And we are asked to find the value of x and y. So the first thing to do here is to divide both sides by 1 plus I. So that we have 3 plus 4i divided by 1 plus I equal to x plus iy 1 plus I divided by 1 plus I. This will cancel out this, and you have 3 plus 4i over 1 plus I equal to x plus iy. That is 3 plus 4i over 1 plus I equal to x plus iy. So now this is a complex number, but this is division of complex number, so we have to solve this by rationalizing the denominator. So rationalizing the denominator, if we rationalize the denominator, we are going to have 3 plus 4i multiplied by 1 minus I, that's the conjugate of the denominator, divided by 1 plus I multiplied by 1 minus I, all equal to x plus iy. So what we'll do next is to open this bracket up, 3 multiplying 1 minus I plus 4i multiplying 1 minus I divide by 1 into 1 minus I plus I into 1 minus I equal to x plus iy. 3 times 1 we have 3. 3 times minus I is minus 3i. 4i times 1 we have 4i. Plus times minus is minus. 4i times I we have 4i squared. Divide by 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times minus I is minus I. Plus I times 1 is plus I. Plus times minus is minus. I times I is I squared. This is equal to x plus iy. Next we have 3 minus 3i plus 4i is plus I. Minus 4 into minus 1, which is the value of I squared. Divide by minus I will cancel out plus I, and we have 1 into minus 1. That is the 1 here. The minus sign is this minus sign. I squared is the one that has the value of minus 1 here. And that's equal to x plus iy. So we have 3 plus I minus 4 times minus 1, we have plus 4. Divide by 1 plus 1 equal to x plus iy. So adding the real parts, 3 plus 4, we have 7. Then the imaginary part I, divide by 1 plus 1 is 2. This is equal to x plus iy. Next, we separate this fraction such that we have 7 over 2 for the real part and 1 over 2i for the imaginary part. This is equal to x plus iy. Therefore, x is equal to 7 over 2 and then y is equal to 1 over 2. 7 over 2 and 1 over 2. That's the value of x and y respectively as demanded in this question. We are asked to solve for x and y if 3 plus 4i is equal to x plus iy multiplied by 1 plus I. The second question here takes the same form. This is similar to the first one where we are asked to solve for the value of x and y. So here we have x plus iy divided by 2 plus I equal to 5 minus I. If we are asked to find the value of x and y, first let's make x plus iy the subject formula. So we'll have to cross multiply here, and cross multiplying we will have x plus iy times 1, that's x plus iy equal to 5 minus I, we multiply 2 plus I. So from this, you see that this is multiplication of complex numbers. So we are going to have the first term here 5 multiplying the second bracket 2 plus I, while minus I, the second term, we multiply the content of the bracket 2 plus I. And that will be equal to 5 times 2, you have 10. 5 times I, you have 5i. Minus I times 2 is minus 2i. Minus times plus is minus. I times I is I squared. This is equal to 10 plus 5i minus 2i. You have 3i. Minus the value of I squared is minus 1. So that we have 10 plus 3i. Minus times minus, you have plus, then you have 1 here. Adding the real parts together, 10 plus 1, we have 11. Then we drop the imaginary part, which is 3i. From this, you have the value of x equal to 11. That's the real part. While the value of y, the coefficient of I here, is equal to 3.